Hello everyone, in this second video on completing the square, we're now going to look at the slightly more complicated ones where we have a coefficient in front of the x squared. So for this one, we're going to be asked to write them in this kind of format. So x add a times x add b add c. You might see it also as p, x add q, add r, or they could use any variant of the letters. And again, a question would typically not say complete the square. A question would typically say write this quadratic in this form. So let's have a look at one. It's a little bit different this time. So we'll do question 2b to start us off. So 2 open bracket x squared minus 8x minus 7. Now, there's different ways that teachers teach this. I like to just take a factor out of the first two terms. Some teachers take a factor out of the whole thing, but I quite like to just factorise something out of the first two terms. So I'm going to factorise out a 2 here, and I like to write a square bracket. There's nothing special about that square bracket. It's just there just to show that it's different to the other bracket that we'll get in a moment. So there's no special meaning. I just prefer to write a square bracket. So I've taken out a factor of 2, and I am now going to complete the square on the bit inside the square bracket. So just like we did previously, I'm going to halve that coefficient. So that's going to go to x minus 2 all squared minus 2 squared. Okay, and then I'm going to work out what that is. So that gives me now 2 open brackets x minus 2 squared minus 4. And then I've got minus 7. And then finally, I'm now going to expand this bracket. So that gives me 2x minus 2 squared. So I'm multiplying this bracket out now. So I've factorized out a 2. I've then completed the square on the bit in the middle. And then having done that, I'm now expanding the bracket, doing that one times that one and that one times that one. Okay, and that's where actually students often make a mistake. One of the most common errors in this particular form of completing the square is students go wrong timesing that number by that number. So have to be careful there. So x minus 2 all squared minus 15. And that is our answer for completing the square for that one. Let's do another one. Let's do question 2D, just to do a couple, just to show you how the process works, so you're happy in your own mind that it works how it works. Okay, so here we are in this one. Now, let's have a look at this one. So we're going to take out a factor of 4 here. So that's going to be 4 square bracket, and then that's going to give us x squared, and we're doing 2D here. So x squared plus 6x, like that, plus 11. I'm now going to complete the square on what's in that bracket. So I go just the same as before, halve that number. So x plus 3 all squared, take away the 3 squared, plus 11. Now I'm going to work out what that minus 3 squared is. So I have x add 3 all squared minus 9 plus 11. Now I need to expand the bracket, so that one times that one times that one. Okay, which is going to give me, that's going to be minus 36 add 11 there, and 4 open brackets x add 3 all squared. And then that one is going to give me minus 25 when I collect like terms there, so minus 25. So 4 open bracket x add 3 all squared minus 25. And that has been written in the required form, because you can see we've got like a x add b squared add c. So we've written that in the required form. Now, a really important point is, in the previous video, we were talking about the connection to the turning point, okay? So let's have a little think about what the connection is to the turning point. Well, the connection to the turning point of the quadratic here is just the same as before. We change the sign of what's in the bracket and we leave this one the same. So this would have a turning point of minus 3 and minus 25. You do not need to worry about the number that's in front of the bracket. It's irrelevant. It doesn't affect where the turning point is. It's just the number inside the bracket change the sign, so it's gone from positive to negative, and that one stays the same. So in this previous example here, our turning point would be given by change the sign, so that's going to go to positive 2 and minus 15, and the 2 there that's in front is irrelevant. So that's how you find the turning point when you've completed the square on a trickier one like that. Let's do one. Shall we do one that has a fraction in? No, let's do one that involves, introduces a fraction. So let's just do, perhaps we'll do L. Okay, question 2L. So 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. So 2L. Okay, so here we go for 2L. So the first thing I'm going to do for 2L is I'm going to take out a factor of 2. So 2 square bracket x squared plus 5 over 2x, close the square bracket, plus 2. I'm now going to complete the square on what's in the square bracket. So that's going to be 2, that's going to be x plus 5 over 4. Notice that I've doubled the denominator in order to halve the value of that fraction. Minus 5 over 4 all squared, square bracket there, plus 2. So this is just following the same process of completing the square as previously. So x plus 5 over 4 all squared minus 25 over 16 in the square bracket plus 2. I'm now going to expand my bracket. So that's 2 open bracket x add 5 over 4 all squared. And I'm then going to multiply this by 2. So that's going to be minus 25 over 8. When I do 2 times minus 25 over 16 plus 2. And when I combine that, let's see what we get. So we've got minus 25 over 8. And I'm going to add 2 to it, which gives me minus 9 over 8. Minus 9 over 8. So there we go. That is our quadratic written in completing the square format. And remember, the coordinates of the turning point here would be given by changing the sign of this one. So minus 5 over 4 and minus 9 over 8 that would be the coordinate of the turning point of the quadratic if we needed it for any particular reason. Okay, so that's our second part of completing the square. We'll move on in the next video to look at how we can derive the quadratic formula by using completing the square, which again is relevant potentially for GCSE, but definitely could be asked to do it at A-level. So I hope you found that useful, and I will see you in the next video.